Princess Leonore's education abroad, how the UK and international studies are shaping Spain's future queen. When a princess packed her bags and walked into a classroom like everyone else. There was no royal carriage waiting outside the school gates. No golden throne. No red carpet. Instead, Princess Leonor of Spain stepped into a classroom in the United Kingdom carrying books, wearing a student uniform, and preparing to face deadlines, exams, and group projects just like thousands of other teenagers around the world. In that quiet moment, something historic was happening. Spain's future queen was not learning how to rule from a palace balcony. She was learning how to think globally, communicate across cultures, and adapt to a world that no longer revolves around crowns, but around cooperation, knowledge, and diplomacy. Why would a royal heir leave the comfort of her country to study abroad? Why did Spain choose an international education model for its future monarch? And how is Princess Leonor's time in the UK and global academic institutions shaping the kind of queen she will become? Her education abroad is not just schooling. It is strategy. It is transformation. And it is one of the most important investments in the future of the Spanish monarchy. Why education abroad matters for modern royalty. Centuries ago, royal heirs were educated inside palaces by private tutors. They studied history, religion, and court etiquette. Their worldview was narrow, shaped by royal traditions and political alliances. Today, leadership demands something very different. Modern monarchs must understand international politics, multicultural societies, global economics, and digital communication. They must navigate diplomacy in a world that is interconnected and constantly changing. Princess Leonor's education abroad reflects this reality. By studying outside Spain, she is exposed to different cultures and political perspectives, international social environments, diverse student backgrounds, global leadership models, real-world academic competition. This approach ensures she is not isolated in privilege but grounded in global reality. Choosing the United Kingdom, a strategic decision. Princess Leonor's enrollment at UWC Atlantic College in Wales was not random. It was a carefully chosen institution known for producing global leaders, diplomats, and social innovators. The United World Colleges (UWC) movement was created to promote peace, international understanding, and cross-cultural cooperation. Its students come from dozens of countries and backgrounds. By sending Leonor to the UK, Spain sent a powerful message. The future queen will be educated not only as a Spaniard, but as a global citizen. The UK environment provided English immersion, international academic standards, cultural diversity, exposure to global debate. This environment prepared her for future diplomatic responsibilities. Living away from the palace. One of the most transformative aspects of Princess Leonor's education abroad was living away from royal surroundings. For the first time, she experienced dormitory life, shared living spaces, fixed schedules, personal responsibility, academic pressure. This independence is essential for personal growth. Living abroad teaches self-reliance. It forces students to manage time, emotions, and challenges without constant family support. For Leonor, this experience was even more significant. It allowed her to step out of her royal identity and into the role of a student. That transition builds humility and emotional intelligence, two qualities critical for leadership. Studying among international students. At UWC Atlantic College, Princess Leonor studied alongside students from more than 150 nationalities. This multicultural environment exposed her to different religions, political ideologies, cultural traditions, social experiences, economic realities. This diversity teaches empathy. When future leaders understand different perspectives, they become better diplomats and representatives. Leonor's daily interactions with classmates from conflict zones, developing countries, and diverse social backgrounds expanded her worldview beyond European borders. This global exposure will shape how she views international relations as queen. Academic curriculum and intellectual development. Princess Leonor's academic program focused on critical thinking and global awareness. Her studies included international relations, history, political systems, environmental studies, literature, sciences, language development. This interdisciplinary education prepares her for complex leadership challenges. Rather than memorizing facts, she learned how to analyze problems, debate ideas, and form informed opinions. This intellectual training strengthens her decision-making abilities and prepares her for high-level state responsibilities. Language skills and diplomatic power. Language is one of the most powerful tools in diplomacy. Princess Leonor is fluent in Spanish, English, Catalan. She has also been exposed to additional languages during her international education. Studying in the UK strengthened her English fluency, allowing her to communicate naturally with global leaders. This linguistic ability gives her a major advantage on the international stage. Speaking directly to foreign audiences builds trust and connection. It removes barriers and strengthens diplomatic relationships. Cultural adaptation and emotional intelligence. Living abroad teaches more than academics. It teaches adaptation. Princess Leonor learned how to adjust to different social norms, respect cultural differences, navigate unfamiliar environments, build relationships across cultures. These experiences strengthen emotional intelligence. Emotional intelligence is essential for modern leadership. It allows leaders to understand people, manage conflict, and communicate effectively. Leonor's international education develops this skill at a young age. Privacy, discipline, and public pressure. Studying abroad did not remove public attention from Princess Leonor. Even in the UK, she remained under media scrutiny. Balancing privacy with public responsibility required discipline. She learned how to maintain professionalism, avoid controversy, protect personal boundaries, represent Spain respectfully. This experience prepares her for the intense public attention she will face as queen. It teaches her how to live under observation without losing personal focus. Independence and personal growth. For many students, studying abroad is a turning point. For Princess Leonor, it was a transformation. She learned to manage her own schedule, take responsibility for academic performance, build independence, develop self-confidence. These life skills are essential for leadership. They help her move from protected childhood into responsible adulthood. This personal growth is just as important as formal education. Public reaction to her international education. The public response to Leonor's education abroad was overwhelmingly positive. Many Spaniards viewed it as proof that the monarchy is modernizing. They appreciated the decision to educate the future queen in a real-world environment rather than isolating her in palace walls. International audiences admired Spain's commitment to global leadership preparation. This positive reaction strengthened Leonor's public image. Comparing her education to past monarchs. Princess Leonor's education is very different from that of previous Spanish monarchs. Past heirs were educated primarily at home, surrounded by royal tradition. Leonor's global education reflects changing leadership expectations, international cooperation needs, modern diplomatic realities. This shift demonstrates how monarchy is evolving with society. She is being trained for the world she will rule in, not the world of the past. Building a global network. One hidden benefit of international education is networking. Leonor formed friendships with students who will become future leaders, diplomats, entrepreneurs, and activists. These relationships create informal diplomatic connections. In the future, she may interact with former classmates who now represent different nations. This global network strengthens Spain's soft power and international relationships. Academic pressure and royal responsibility. Despite her royal status, Princess Leonor faced academic expectations. She completed assignments, exams, and projects under the same standards as other students. This academic pressure teaches accountability. It reinforces the idea that leadership requires effort and commitment. She was not given special treatment academically, an important message for public trust. The psychological impact of studying abroad. Living and studying abroad also shapes mental resilience. Leonor learned to handle homesickness, adapt to stress, balance expectations, maintain emotional stability. These experiences strengthen psychological endurance. This resilience is essential for future leadership roles that involve national pressure and responsibility. Preparing for international diplomacy. Princess Leonor's education is designed to prepare her for diplomatic duties. She is learning how global institutions function, how international conflicts are managed, how diplomacy operates in practice, how leaders communicate across cultures. This knowledge will guide her future interactions with heads of state, international organizations, and foreign representatives. Her education makes her more than a ceremonial figure. It prepares her to be an informed representative of Spain. Cultural exchange and national identity. Studying abroad also strengthened Leonor's understanding of her own national identity. When people leave their home country, they often gain deeper appreciation for their culture. Leonor became a cultural ambassador for Spain. She shared Spanish traditions, language, and history with international classmates. This exchange strengthens national pride and cultural representation. Media narratives and global interest. International media closely followed Leonor's education abroad. Stories highlighted her independence, her academic dedication, her cultural adaptation, her maturity. These narratives shaped her global reputation. She became known not only as a princess, but as a serious student and future leader. Balancing royal duty with student life. Even while studying abroad, Leonor continued fulfilling royal responsibilities. She returned to Spain for official ceremonies, national events, royal appearances. Balancing academic life with royal duty taught time management and prioritization. These skills are essential for future leadership roles. Preparing for her military training through education. Leonor's international education also prepared her mentally for military training. It developed discipline, independence, adaptability, emotional strength. These qualities helped her transition into structured military life. Her education and training worked together to create a well-rounded leadership foundation. Inspiring Spanish youth. Princess Leonor's education abroad inspires young Spaniards. She represents academic ambition, global engagement, leadership preparation. Students see her as proof that education matters, even for royalty. This influence strengthens the monarchy's connection with younger generations. The symbolism of learning before leading. One powerful message from Leonor's education journey is that leadership begins with learning. She is not rushing into power. She is preparing for it. This approach reflects humility and responsibility. It shows that leadership should be earned through knowledge and experience. International respect and reputation. Leonor's education abroad enhances Spain's international reputation. Foreign audiences view Spain as a nation committed to progressive leadership preparation. This strengthens Spain's image as forward-thinking and globally engaged. Long-term impact on her reign. Princess Leonor's international education will shape her future reign. She is likely to lead with global awareness, cultural sensitivity, diplomatic confidence, intellectual preparation. These qualities will influence how she represents Spain on the world stage. Chapter 24. A new model for royal education. Leonor's education sets a new standard for royal training. It shows that monarchy can evolve with modern educational values. This model may influence how other royal families prepare their heirs. The journey is still ongoing. Princess Leonor's academic journey is not finished. She will continue learning through military training, state preparation programs, international exposure, leadership experience. Her education is lifelong, just like her future role. Conclusion. More than a student, the making of a global queen. Princess Leonor's education abroad is not just about classrooms and exams. It is about building a global mindset. It is about preparing a future queen to lead with intelligence, empathy, and cultural understanding. By stepping into international education, Leonor stepped into the future of monarchy itself. She is not being raised to rule from a throne alone. She is being trained to understand the world she will represent. And as Spain's future queen continues her journey, one truth becomes clear. Princess Leonor is not only studying abroad. She is studying how to lead a nation in a global world.